This is a hearing to review the SBA's entrepreneurial development programs and initiatives, and it's a great pleasure to welcome the Associate Administrator, Office Entrepreneurial Development of the Small Business Administration, Mark Madrid. It's nice to have you with us today. The programs that come under Mr. Madrid's administration are critical to the support of small businesses. We're talking about the Small Business Development Companies program, which is one of the principal resources available to small businesses in our community. We're talking about the Women Business Centers that are, again, critically important, particularly for underserved and disadvantaged women-owned small businesses. And then the services that come under the Office of Entrepreneurship Education, which is an array of programs that all provide essential services to our small businesses. From the SCORE program, which is one of our mentoring programs that involve a lot of volunteers, to the brand new Community Navigator Pilot program that was approved under the American Rescue Plan, the online learning centers, the regional innovation clusters, the Emerging Lenders Initiative, and the list goes on and on and on. These are programs that help entrepreneurs start and grow successful businesses in mentoring, in training, and access to resources otherwise difficult to obtain. And COVID-19 has really underscored the importance of all of these programs. We know small businesses provide the greater innovation into our economy and the job growth that we need to grow our economy. But we also know that they operate on razor-thin margins. So they don't have the resources to hire high-priced business consultants to do their work as far as finding out what the right avenues to get the help that they need. The resource partners come in here and fill the void. And that's why these programs were established. They're the lifeline. And I think thank the Small Business Administration for new resource partners in the state of Maryland, the Veterans Business Outreach Center that opened during this past year, and 2 new women business centers located in my state. Let me just give you one example of why these resource partners are critically important, and I'll talk about the Small Business Development Centers. Last November, with the help of the Maryland's Southern Region Small Business Development Center, operated by the College of Southern Maryland, the Salinas family opened an Hispanic grocery store in Waldorf, one of the fastest growing communities in our state. The SBDC helped them develop their brand, secured financing, and established their operations. The family wanted to create a store that genuinely connected with customers and catered to their needs, and they have done so successfully. For entrepreneurs like the Salinas family, access to these programs can be the difference between success and failure. The SBDC was critical to the startup of that company. Data shows that small businesses created by entrepreneurs who receive at least 3 hours of SBA counseling have a higher survival rate than small businesses created by entrepreneurs who receive less counseling or none at all. Because of this strong record of success and impact, Senator Shaheen, Collins, Rubio, and I included a provision in the CARES Act to provide the SBA entrepreneurial development programs with $265 million to increase their capacity to serve more small businesses. And I hope we'll have a chance during this hearing to learn how that $265 million has been allocated and what progress we have as a result of those additional funds. The funds help the programs deepen their expertise to help small businesses understand, prepare for, and mitigate the effects of the pandemic on supply chains, distribution, and overall business operations. President Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan went even further than the CARES Act by establishing a Community Navigators Pilot program that has created a holistic network to eliminate barriers entrepreneurs face in assessing the support they need. This is a new program. And again, we welcome this hearing where we have a chance to delve into how that program has worked. The program was launched on December 1st of last year, and I'm looking forward to receiving the updates on the progress. Thanks to the additional capacity, expertise, and connectivity the SBA has developed during the pandemic, it was able to support the record-breaking surge of entrepreneurships that have occurred during the pandemic. This is an amazing success story. We've seen record numbers of new small businesses during this pandemic. Again, showing the creativity and innovation of small business owners. The U.S. Bureau reports that 4.4 million new businesses created in 2020 is the highest total on record and represents a 24% increase from 2019, as well as a 51% increase above the annual average between 2010 and 2019. Entrepreneurs in Black and Hispanic communities are driving the surge. They're outplacing the other businesses. So we're reaching the traditionally underserved. The data is showing a 38% increase in the number of new Black businesses owners between February 2020 and August of 2021. As we shift our focus to the years ahead and building back better, the SBA must be well equipped to support these entrepreneurs in emerging markets. This is especially important in Maryland, which has the highest concentration of minority-owned businesses in the country, as well as one of the strongest innovation sectors in the country due to the presence of SBA resource partners, as well as many renowned public and private research institutions. I am looking forward to learning more from all of our witnesses about how we can build stronger partnerships between the SBA and underserved areas, especially with our nation's historically Black colleges and universities and minority-serving institutions. HBCUs are a vital part of Maryland's entrepreneurial ecosystem, with Bowie State University hosting an innovation center and Morgan State University hosting one of the women's business centers that opened during the pandemic. Our state has successfully leveraged these institutions' relationships with minority communities to get these critical services to entrepreneurs who would benefit from them the most. As the American economy continues to recover, we must ensure that all communities are able to partake in the recovery, and it's clear that entrepreneurship will play a very large role in that effort. I hope to leave this hearing with a much better understanding of the best policies that we can put forward to maximize the opportunity and produce a truly inclusive recovery by supporting the SBA entrepreneurial development programs. With that, we will start with our first panel, and let me now formally introduce the Associate Administrator of the Small Business Administration, Mark Madrid. Mark served as the Associate Administrator for the Office of Entrepreneurial Development at the U.S. Small Business Administration. In this role, Mr. Madrid leads the OED, which is the SBA's technical assistance arm with a national resource network, including the Small Business Development Centers, Women's Business Centers, SCORE, and the Office of Entrepreneurship Education. Mr. Madrid previously served as CEO of Latino Business Action Network at Stanford University and was named the 2019 Silicon Valley Nonprofit CEO of the Year by the Silicon Valley Business Journal. He's an honorary colonel of the United States Army and a Jefferson Award recipient. Mr. Madrid, it's a pleasure to have you here. You may proceed. Your full testimony will be made part of our record.